Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Bani and today I will be talking about my third trimester experience. And the condition right now is I've already popped out the baby, but obviously I wanted to complete my whole trimester to the last day of my third trimester and then film this. So today I will be talking about from the first day of my 7th month till the last day before I delivered. But obviously the delivery story, the labor story, you will get to see it in another video. But here I'll be talking about my third trimester experience, what you can expect, what you don't want to expect, but you have to face it. But just a disclaimer that you would be seeing me with all different kind of makeup and everything, sitting at home filming basic things but doing makeup. Why? Because I'm getting really attracted towards it. I really want to do it, and now that I have delivered the baby, I can sit and do the makeup for the longer time. You know what I mean? Because initially when I was pregnant in my third trimester, in my second trimester, in my first trimester, all of those times I had difficulty. First trimester, obviously you guys know it, you've seen the video, I hated it because of the nausea and the things going inside me. Second trimester I was happy and I did little bit of makeup here and there. Third trimester with the big belly, it was very difficult to sit because you'll get lower back pain and all of it. But now I am happy that I can sit and be all fine like old times, and I can do the makeup. I have written down everything for my third trimester. Now I will start discussing. Okay, the weight that I have gained in the 7th month was 2 kilos of an increment that has happened. So 7th, 8th and 9th month, let me just tell you the weight first. Each month I have gained 2 kilos. 7th month 2 kilos, 8th month 2 kilos, 1 kilo I have gained in my 9th month. So all in all, I started my journey with, you know what, if you have seen the video. I have another video coming up where I'll be telling you about how much weight did I gain from the 1st month till the 9th month, and I will be discussing about the inches gain that I have done. And then in that particular video, I will also be telling you the day I delivered how much weight did I really lose. We'll also be discussing about things that you can really take care of in your pregnancy so that you don't really gain the weight. And all in all, you'll be really happy to see that video. So guys, I have bought the stroller and the car seat in my 7th month, and I bought it from Walmart, and you really have to buy it. I think 7th, 8th month is completely fine to buy all these things. 8th month it will get a little difficult for you to walk and do the shopping, so 7th month is ideal to buy all these things. Yeah, the one that we got, you will get to see that in the video where I am doing baby shopping. So in that I've inserted a clip where I've shown that I've bought this one, and also I've bought the bath tub for the newborners. Yeah, so let me first begin with the diabetes result that has happened. It was all good, and I had no diabetes. So that is the result that I came across in my 7th month. Obviously you've seen how really I have to go about the diabetes test. I've explained everything in the 2nd trimester experience, so I have no diabetes. And the medicines that I'm taking, it's the same medicine that you've seen it in the 2nd trimester. I have been taking that from the 1st trimester, from the 1st day till now, the vitamins and the calcium. Okay, also the memory during pregnancy, I don't know, I forget things immediately. Like if I'm talking to you about something, and then immediately I'll forget what really I had to say to you, and it's like that, poor memory during pregnancy. Now it comes to classes. There were 3 types of classes that I should have taken. It was breastfeeding classes, prenatal classes, and hospital tours. So 3 classes. But due to the pandemic situations happening all over the world, it did not really happen. So I was really excited about those classes and I really wanted to take it, but then can't really do anything about it. So no classes, no experience, sorry about that. Okay, now my food. So till my 8th month, like you've seen, I was having basic food, basic ghar ka khana, basic dal, roti, sabzi, and I was not overeating. I was having my simple breakfast where I used to have my basic like toast, sometimes omelette and something like that, or poha and all of this. And then for the lunch I would have my either sabzi roti or dal chawal, and dinner would be the same. And in between that, mid morning I would have my fruit, and in evening I would have my panjiri. And if I'm craving something you know, junk, something unhealthy, then I would eat something unhealthy. Yeah, but that will happen twice a week, something like that, not more than that. And it was so difficult to sit in one position. It'll hurt your lower back, it'll hurt your tailbone. So it was very difficult. Even when I used to go out with Tanveer, like in the car, it was so difficult. So I had to like pull back the chair and then put my feet up there. You know what I mean? So it was very difficult. But now, just after delivery, the best part about the whole situation is that you can sit and you can be comfortable and you can actually bend while sleeping, sitting and everything, because you don't have the belly. So technically after 6 months, your baby will turn upside down, like baby's head would come down exactly to the right position. That's exactly what happened, touch wood, in my 7th month. So when I went for the regular checkup, obviously she checked everything like I told you in every video. Basic blood pressure test, basic ultrasound, like a quick ultrasound to check if the baby's heartbeat is fine, if baby's moving or not, and again to check if my belly size is growing perfectly and everything. So till 7th month everything was fine, my weight was fine, diabetes test was fine, blood pressure was fine, all things were good, yeah. And the baby came down, which was a khush khabari. And I started feeling lot of kicks in the 7th month, which I loved it, and technically it's fine. I mean, it is no harm to feel those many kicks. So somewhat I controlled over my cravings, not like majorly control, and somewhat I tried to make myself understand that if I can control a little bit of it, it will help me in future with not gaining weight, and it did help, yeah. Okay, I use this application. It is Pregnancy Plus. The application tells you for each and every week, for each and every month, how exactly your baby should behave and what you should take care of and everything. Each and everything in life you'll get to know about of pregnancy in this app. So this is the great app that you can follow. One thing that I want to discuss about is that my ribcage started hurting majorly. I don't know why. Maybe because of the placenta and stuff, but when I discussed with my daughter, she's like, this is normal and this is something that happens, so don't bother. So sometimes it used to hurt me so bad, like just below my breast it would hurt so bad, like upper waist. And 8th month onwards you would experience that it will be very difficult for you to change size. I mean, you would not be able to change sides because of the fat belly that's stuck onto you. So I actually started looking pregnant in my 8th month. I mean, I used to look pregnant in my 7th and 6th month also, but like major pregnancy that people would see and say, oh, the woman is pregnant. That happened with me in my 8th month because I looked the most chubby. Also, I've heard that there is a lot of leg pain, but I did not face any of those. I mean, obviously there was, and I used to tell Tanvi to do the needful, but it wasn't like that major, I would say. It was here and there, and then there was no swelling on feet, no swelling anywhere else, only little bit on the hands, I would say. And I was thirsty all my pregnancy. Like I've said it in my earlier trimester experience also, I was thirsty majorly, and I love drinking water, whereas after delivering you won't be that thirsty, which is a bad point. I used to drink all day and I used to pee all day. So there were only two major things in my life, drinking and peeing. That is it. I mean, you would pee after every hour, and even if you don't want to pee, but if you want to check and if you want to go and okay, that's too much of information, but yeah, you will pee all the time and you will drink water all the time. So whenever we used to go out from my 8th month onwards, I used to feel so tired that I had to sit like in intervals. I could not walk for longer time, and that's so normal. I could not really do a lot of exercise, not really exercise, but like walking and a lot of like physical work. But touch wood, there was no back pain as such till the time. I don't really sit for a really long time, so no back pain as such. And I was doing household work till my last day, so I was cooking and doing everything. Also, I've started walking outside the house because the temperature, the weather is all fine and good here in Canada. So for 30 minutes instead of walking inside, I started walking outside, and it was really good because of the fresh air and the feeling was really good. So that's one thing that I did. Also, I've done my pregnancy shoot, my maternity shoot in my 8th month, and this is something which is really special. So it's no professional photo shoot, but it will look very professional. Why? Because Tanveer has done the photo shoot and I've done the editing. If you want, you can check it out on my Instagram. And in my 9th month, let me tell you, I started craving so much. I ate all kind of junk because I had you have a borderline stuck in your head. So the borderline for the weight in my head was that I am fine if I gain till 75 kilos. 15 kilos are fine. That I'm fine gaining, because I remember I was 72 in the 8th month. In the end of 8th month, I was 72 or something. So I was like, I'm fine, because I knew that 70, 75, if I gain 3 kilos, it's all good. So I was eating outside, I was eating all kind of junk and everything in my 9th month, because what the feeling that I got was that after pregnancy I will not be able to eat for like good 6 weeks, yeah. So I don't know, because if you know that the food is going out of your hand, if you know that food is out of your reach, you tend to get more attracted towards it. But I gained no weight at all, just 1 kg, no weight of eating so much. And then when I did the research, I got to know that in your 9th month, baby gains maximum weight, you don't really gain a lot of weight. So that's the situation. So that's something that I would want to tell you. If you want, you can eat whatever you want in your last month, and you'll actually fall in love with the baby's movements, and you would really want to see the baby. Another situation, I think I've talked about it in my hospital video, like what to pack in the hospital bag, that my mother, my father, my family could not come because of the coronavirus situation, and their visa got rejected. We are waiting and everything, but even after delivery my parents could not come. So I am hoping either if I can go, or if they can come, any of the situation, if that can happen. But because of this situation, everything, it was just me and Tanveer, we had to handle the whole situation. So that's one major bad news that I wanted to disclose. Also, I apply coconut oil on every alternate day, like warm it up and then I do it. Not really I do it, I tell Tanveer to give me a good massage. But apart from that, I have products for the stretch marks, so I apply those. If they are from Palmer's, I'm gonna insert picture here and there, you will see it. But let me tell you about the stretch marks. 7th month, no stretch mark. 8th month end, 1 stretch mark. Until my 9th month end, I had few stretch marks. But I really hope that it goes, because now they have faded, but I don't know if they'll really go, like permanently go or not, I don't know. During pregnancy, I felt hot all the time. Like, you will get that warm feeling, you will just feel hot all the time because of the weight, because of the baby inside you, I don't know what, but yeah, I felt hot. In the whole of pregnancy experience, I had no acne, no scars, everything went beautiful, like I've said it in my 2nd trimester video. And I also have a skincare video coming up. Wow, I mean, how really did I take care of my skin during pregnancy, and it is a very interesting video that I would recommend you guys to watch it. It is already up on my channel, yes. But you will feel breathless. That's something that has happened to me. Emotionally, you will feel very weak. Physically, you will feel very weak. You can't really do anything about it. You know, the major task was to get up from the bed once you're lying down and go anywhere, do any work, or even if it's an important situation, like if you want to pee, getting up, changing sides, oh my god, it is a task. And then I had to go through the insomnia. I don't know why this was the situation, but at night I had no sleep at all. I mean, I never used to feel sleepy. And I had, you know, asked one of my friends that the situation is really tough. I'm in my 9th month. I really wish that if I could deliver the baby today, and I really want to get out of this situation, and I really want to have my body back, and I really want to sleep and stuff. And she was like, this is a better situation, because once the baby will come, you will have sleepless nights. And it won't be that good, because she's like, whatever you want to enjoy, whatever time you want to spend with your husband, whatever time you want to spend eating, sleeping, do all of that, because after the baby comes, it won't happen. The situation would be even worse. And she was totally right. So if it's the situation with you, I would ask you to at least enjoy, because the future, near future, would be even worse. Okay, so end of my 8th month, somewhat in the middle, like the 3rd week of my 8th month, when I went for the regular doctor checkup, she told me that my baby is not growing. So that was like a heart attack to me. And I'll tell you something, even with the tiny bit of stress that you would take in your pregnancy, that will affect you. So the whole of 9 months, my blood pressure was fine, but when she told me this news, and the next time when I went for the checkup, because the whole time when she told me the news and I was back home the next week when I went back to the doctor, I was stressed out. So my blood pressure increased. So that's one thing that you have to consider. Now let me tell you the story. She told me that your baby is not growing, maybe because you're not taking enough protein. And I was shocked, because the percentage that she told me, like supposedly percentage should be 52 or 50 or 72, something like that, and it was somewhat 14, 17, something like that. It was like that much of a difference. And I was shit scared, because it is about your baby, right? So I told her, what should I really do about it? She's like, just have your protein. So she told me a few things like nuts, milk, as per what my preference is, eggs, and the lentils, the pulses, and all of those. She's like, have those. So then the whole of that week, when I had to go and revisit for the ultrasound and get my baby's weight and the growth check again, I hogged on protein. I was drinking milk because whole of pregnancy I did not drink milk. After when she told me, I started drinking milk. I started having my badam, all the nuts. I was having dal, lot of dals, and then what else? Eggs. And touch wood, once I went back for the checkup, it was all fine. I mean, not all fine, but yeah, baby had grown. Like, the growth was pretty good. It was like a big shift onto the positive side. It was not just about the baby's growth. There were two stress that she gave me. One was that your baby is not growing and you have to consume protein. Second stress she gave me was in the 8th month that your baby has turned back up. Like the head, which had to be downwards, in the downward situation, it had gone back up. So she's like, either if the baby does not come back facing downwards, then you would have to go for the C-section. I was like, that should not happen, otherwise I'm going to die. Because I was mentally not prepared for the cesarean, not at all. She told me there is no other situation, you have to wait till the 37th week, and if the baby does not come down, we'll go for the breathe situation. I will explain you that also. 38th week, when I went for the ultrasound, it was Doppler ultrasound. It was 30 minutes long. So the only difference there in this ultrasound and the other ultrasound was that ultrasound can be without the water consumption. And the problem was the result, when the result came out, the problem was my baby was facing down, but not completely down. His head was somewhat on the side. In this kind of situation, my doctor recommended me that what we can do is we can go for the breaching. Now what breaching is, you can look on the YouTube videos and Google, but let me quickly explain you. So breaching is that if the baby is not facing down, so what doctor would do is that they would push the baby with their hands and onto my stomach. So basically they would push and they would move my belly in a way that baby should move inside the belly and would face downwards. So that is a painful procedure and it is called breaching, and that happens if the baby is not facing down and if you don't want to go for the C-section, if you insist on going for the vaginal stuff. So this is what you have to go through. So she told me that we'll wait for another week, and if the baby does not come down, we'll go for the breaching, and then after breaching, just not confirm the baby would come down after breaching. It is like a procedure that they can try. And if the baby comes down in the right position, if the baby is, then they'll go for the vaginal, otherwise C-section. And then we waited for a week. And after that wait, when I went for the checkup, the baby's head was completely down. He was in the correct position, and I used the whole week, I used to talk to my baby and I used to convince him to be in the right position and stuff. But he is a good boy. You've seen the video, yeah, the gender reveal has happened. He's a good boy and he listens to the mama, and he has, touch wood, he has been listening to me the whole 9 months of pregnancy. I mean, whatever I used to tell him, whatever I used to ask him, like instead of asking God, I used to ask him if I can get this and that, and trust me, I used to get it. The last ultrasound that I had to go through, it was because they had to check baby's growth, the fetus weight and everything, and also all the position and everything is fine or not. So in my last ultrasound, baby was sleeping my way. Through ultrasound, through the pictures we can see, I mean, the position that I used to sleep, while sleeping I have the weirdest position that I cannot show you obviously, but I don't sleep the normal way. Like a normal human being, I don't sleep it like that. I change positions, my hands and legs go all around. It's totally weird. And the baby was sleeping like that, and the doctor told me, this is a very weird position and this is the first time I'm seeing a baby sleeping like this. I'm like, it is, I mean, it is hereditary. It's not baby's fault. So that's one thing. And let me tell you, the whole of 9 months pregnancy, whosoever has checked my ultrasound, it was not the same doctor. So whosoever has done my ultrasound, every doctor has told me, your baby moves a lot, you'll be an active mother and you'll be a busy mom, your baby's really active and stuff. I was like, I know it's good, but then if you'll see the future, it will be too hectic for me. It still is, let me tell you. Let me give you a little peep of after delivery. And when it comes to the fetus weight, the weight was end of 8th month, it was 2.8 kilos. The baby's weight, 2.8 kilos. In the mid of the 9th month, the baby's weight was 3 kilos. So we were really happy. With no weight and no growth, we had, within a month, we had come to 3 kilos. So it was great. It was great. Technically, my due date was 25th May. Okay. But I did not deliver on the same date. I delivered the baby on 2nd of June. So let me come to that story now. In my 9th month, every week I was meeting the doctor, and in the before 25th, like on 23rd or 22nd, she had checked my cervix, if how much dilated my cervix is. She used to check my cervix all the time. It was not open to a stage where she can admit me. 25th was gone by and I had to revisit the doctor, and she's like, if you have no contractions, we will deliver the baby on 3rd of June. 3rd of June was the date that was decided, and they'll induce me with contractions and stuff, and they would deliver the baby. When I went for the checkup on the 1st of June, she had checked my cervix, she had checked the baby's position and everything. Baby's position was all fine, and my cervix was 3 centimeters dilated. So she was happy, I was happy, and she's like, now anytime anything can happen, but still if it doesn't happen till 3rd of June, we will do the delivery. So she had booked me in the hospital. A time slot was given to me for June 3rd. June 2nd, the contractions started happening. Not June 2nd, I think June 1st night only. The contractions started happening. And then we had to run to the hospital, and when I went there, the nurse checked me. She was like, you're just 1 centimeter dilated, and you really don't, contraction is there, but that is very little, so you have to go back home, and when the contraction increases or there is a water bag burst, then you have to come back, otherwise you have to stay home. And I was really disappointed because I was so sick of being pregnant, and I really had to come out of that stage. So what happened was, she's like, we will monitor you for 20 minutes, just your contraction and everything and baby's heartbeat, and after 20 minutes you can go back home. And I was lying down there, I was irritated the whole time, whole of 20 minutes. And then what I felt was, I started feeling that something is coming out from down there. I thought it was blood or I have peed, I don't know. I was not able to understand it. So I told nurse about the whole situation. So when she checked, she's like, your water bag busted, now you don't have to go back home and you'll stay here. I was like, thank God, because I was irritated. So that was the situation. So I stayed there, and then what happened was something that you will get to see it in the coming video, where the title of the video would be my labor story. So I have a labor vlog, separate labor vlog, where I have shown you everything, but before my labor vlog would be a story where I will be narrating the whole story, and I will be sharing my experience, what really happened with me in the hospital. And those two are really interesting videos that are coming up. You would love it. And also another thing, the final things that I wanted to share was, my weight was 73 kilos in the end of pregnancy, like my last day. It was 73 kilos and I was 42 inches from my belly waist. Guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys have gained the knowledge, and if the experience really helps you, then let me know. And also, like I've told, my videos are coming. Check out all my videos related to pregnancy in Canada. I also have important and interesting videos of immigrate to Canada. So check out all the playlists. So whichever playlist really attracts you, go watch all the videos. Yeah. And I will see you next time with another video. Okay.